Previously on the Chronicles of My Isolation.
My mom just sprayed a disinfectant just so my insides don't burn. I'm gonna coat by wearing a mask. I don't care. I am gonna be eating it outside. I am narcotic. Good morning. So it is day 11, April 26th. So 2 more days until I get tested. In the meantime, I don't feel any symptoms, and now I just gotta focus on hydrating, getting a regular sleeping pattern, especially since maybe I'm gonna be going back to normal life, back to my regular routine. More papers to do, more personal stuff to do. Again, very busy. It is a Monday, and let's just get it going. I gotta go down and do tax with my mom, but in the meantime, I'm also gonna go and get food and worry about getting dressed later, and so got that going. Another day, spent my whole day inside. My mom said that the contractor she just threw that on me at the dinner table. And we're in the conversation. It's not like she started the conversation. She just threw this information at me. And the contractor is gonna come tomorrow. So that means that isolation will be more intense, because since they're all finished their isolation, and he's got other places to go, other projects to do. As for my mom, the contractor is gonna be here. He's gonna be making noise. She usually goes to my aunt's, so like I don't know what she's gonna do, because she says also that she's basically gonna be my servant. I'm gonna have to stay in my room, and she's gonna have to go down and make me food, you know, make me breakfast, get me my coffee and everything. Yeah, no, I don't want to do this. No, this is not good. Yeah, my servant, I can laze around. I'm gonna be in my room on an uncomfortable chair. I dropped in to say I know, like, well, I did stuff today. I was pretty busy today. Didn't get out today. Did get out of my room. You know what? I did sort of see life outside of my room more than I usually did. More than I usually did. Like compared to other days in this isolation. But my mental health is deteriorating because I did not get out. Also, my coughing is still there, and I just feel like I guess now I feel fine, but before, like about a good hour and a half ago, I felt like I was at a low point. I felt really bad, and honestly, this isolation, so many people have to go through this, and this is ideal to protect us from a potentially fatal disease, but this isn't ideal for definitely not for mental health, and for just for humans in general. You know, we want to go out, we want to do things. Something I can do, some events I can see. Concerts are not a thing, and now I'm being forced to just stay in my house. I can't even go out for a walk, which I really need right now. I really need with finals week going on. You know, I could use that routine that I use every morning, going for a jog, but even just for a walk, right? Because I'm doing papers, and I'm just every day just always at it the whole day, and there's a lot of times where I'm just completely blank. And then I have other stuff to do too. With Cowbelly, guy I'm collaborating with on a meme, and Cowbelly himself. I'll get this thing done by then. I still haven't done it, and the day is gone, like way past, because I was just so busy on doing papers, and like finals week and isolation. It's just, I don't feel like I'm drowning, but I did have a moment where I was like, my mental health is just not very good. And finals week and this isolation potentially is ending on the 30th, and finals week 2 is ending on the 30th. I have 2 papers right now. One average. I'm still word constipated on it very much, because I mean, what more do you want me to write? What more do you want me to write? Then I have a massive paper where I have to do like a proposal for this garden in Montreal, and then a 2,000 word paper on it, sort of a reconstruction, and then a 2,000 word paper on that. I seriously wish I could play the system with 2 pictures, but I'd get a nice 0 if I do that. So I really have to do it the hard way, and just, man, papers would be so much easier if for every 1,000 words you do a picture. It really shouldn't be about the words. It should be about how well you answer the question, and that's what some of my CJEP, that's what one of my CJEP teachers actually said, and then he proceeded to put a word count on everything, but his word counts were generally not that big. Generally not that big. Genuinely not that big. Say it how any way you want. So my mom brought up a box of little bags of mini Vicky's chips, and I was kind of in a dessert mood, but because it was food there and I didn't really feel like going down, I was like, I'll just have that. But now I'm still in a dessert mood, so fuck it. Half moon time. So guys, I was looking at my emails and I have another paper to do. Due Monday, May 3rd. For a class that I literally submitted a paper during isolation for, during the beginning of isolation. Yeah, it was the first paper I did in isolation that I was done and submitted. And if I ever call it my finals, well, just foolish there, because it wasn't my finals, and I even put my student ID number on it because I was like, okay, this is probably the finals. I assumed it was the finals, so like, even though I wasn't asked to put my ID, I put it. Well, I guess I wasn't asked to put it on for a reason. Sweetheart you, because that was not my fucking finals. This is finals week indeed, because this is all I'm gonna be doing this week. Oh my gosh, man. I guess it's not a final until the fat lady says so. Just, my weekend's been robbed, man. Wow, this week is just gonna be me writing essays. This is day 11, Day 12, you're probably gonna hear some noise during the middle of the shooting coming from downstairs. That's because the contractor's here. There's some more workers here earlier this morning, and basically the renovations are starting and working on the main floor, installing the tiles, and also I guess it's time to go get my food downstairs because I think it's been about 16 minutes, and that's the time I put to make it wait. So we'll get my breakfast. I already had my coffee and my shortbread cookies. It's kind of like an appetizer, something to keep me from experiencing excruciating hunger pains. They're not that excruciating, I'm just being dramatic. But then I'm gonna be doing, again, just a long day of papers. I wish that I can say, you know, it's a 27th, so I'm just chill a bit, but I still don't think I can afford to do that, even though I have technically, after this one left until the 30th. It's still a big paper. The one from May 3rd, I'm just gonna start it, like, I'm just gonna give myself some time to breathe first. I can probably get that done in like 2 full days though. But anyway, I'm gonna go down and get my day started. So for this next paper, my professor recommends that we go and see the site of like the thing, because I have to like, I have to like propose a new column for the CGA and the CCA, sorry, in Montreal. That was realized by Charney. We have to write like a 2,000 word sort of like text on it, and he recommended that we go and see the site if we're in the city. That's the thing. I'm here and I have an opportunity to just get such an accurate, especially since I'm like going out tomorrow. But actually, you know what? I think tomorrow, if I get tested and I get my results right away, then you know what? I'm probably gonna go. I don't know, but I have such an opportunity to visit the site, yet I have to do it the old-fashioned way because I cannot leave my house. I have to stay in my room, in my house. I'm not even supposed to go down and eat with my parents, alright? I'm not even supposed to do that. But I have 0 symptoms. I don't get it. I have not coughed once today, man. I don't get it. You know, and I'm even dehydrated right now. You know, was dehydrated, had a bag of chips, and I'm even more dehydrated. Took a shower, which I think even dehydrates you. I'm not sick, okay? If I'm asymptomatic, it's a false positive. Why do you have to isolate for a false positive? I don't understand how you can be, you know, but I'm actually like, you know, if you're like, oh, this guy, if you're listening, you're like, this guy's a dumbass. No, like, I actually want to know how you could be contagious with no symptoms. Like, I actually want to know. Like, it's in you, but you feel, you don't even feel weird, you know? You feel nothing. You feel like, you know, you don't even just feel weird. You have 0 symptoms. Like, how could it be in me? How could it? I want to see how you can score a positive on these tests without even having it. Honestly, if I do test positive, it'd be a great idea to make a video like, you know, what it's like to have coronavirus. But like, I don't like what's there to make. I mean, day 1 I feel no symptoms. Day 2 I feel no symptoms. Day 3 my throat hurts, but that's because I didn't drink enough water. I drink water, air, all gone. Day 4 I'm sneezing, but that's because of the dust and the renovations. Day 5 no symptoms. I'm not saying it's a scamdemic, but like I should be allowed to go out. Like, what is this? But anyway, on to do more important things. Porchetta sandwiches for supper, and I'm gonna make mine, and I'm gonna come back up and eat it and do my stuff, and let's get it. So this is the second sandwich I have today. Second Italian sandwich I've had too. Yeah, there's kimchi there, but that's a side dish. I just feel like, actually it's not really an Italian sandwich, it's piri piri. It's, well, porchetta, it's kind of Italian, but, and you know, I thought the kimchi just goes well with the piri piri taste, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna pop in and say that this is so good. This is the best. This is, I think, one of the best things I've eaten in this whole isolation. And I'm not really a sandwich guy. Like, sandwiches, I think they're convenient. They're also a great way to, well, I don't know about the States, but in Canada we have like the Canadian food guide, where we get our cereal and rice, our bread, our fruits and vegetables. No, wait. Our bread, even our bread, our protein-based stuff like meat, fish, eggs, animal-based protein, fruits and vegetables, and dairy products. And it's a great way to get, if you put cheese in it, it's actually a great way to get all 4 of those. You know, you got your cheese, you got your base, which would be either your meat, or if you're vegan, I don't know, maybe tofu based capicolo porchetta, or just I don't know, tofu or whatever, or even fish, a fish sandwich.
Can I get a fish sandwich?
You got like whatever vegetables you put in it, and obviously the bread. But this is just so good, and I've had lots of great things. I had a salmon poke bowl, which was probably the best salmon poke bowl I've had, and I've had so many, like, you know, poke bowls. It's an orgasmic thing. Like, I just love it. It just makes my mouth just burst with flavor. I don't know. This is just so good. And kimchi, everything. Kimchi wasn't in the sandwich, but because the plate is small, I had to put it sort of where it was in the space. Some of it ended up in the sandwich. That was good. The porchetta is just so good, the fattiness, and it just makes me, the salad is pretty good. It just makes me not want to eat the salad, how just good this is, but almost, but I'm still gonna eat the salad, and this is just so good, and yeah, I'm gonna continue on my stuff. So because I can't recycle, my mom is just advises that I don't recycle during these times. What I'm gonna do is, a little disgusting, but keep the empty water bottles on my desk until the isolation ends, and then, you know what, I'm even gonna document them recycling as part of my I can go out again thing. I'm gonna, for sure, the first thing I'm gonna do is, after recycling them, just like, you know, clear my room, go for a walk. I'm gonna keep a minute. I'm gonna start walking outside and recycling again, and going for drives, going for jogs in the morning, hanging out with friends, all that good stuff. And yeah, I can't believe recycling is even a luxury, but yeah, to sort of help the environment, I won't throw them out in the garbage, and instead I'm gonna keep them in my room. You know, something I can't do with boxes of food downstairs, because then my parents are gonna say, you know, who the fuck left an empty box out? Or who the fuck, worse yet, who the fuck put an empty box of Pogos back in the freezer? Actually, that's more my brother, but yeah. Just do my part, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta put in the no. Sometimes you just gotta wait it out. Sometimes you gotta have a messy room. Just help the environment. You know, might be a weird sort of you know, fork just fell off my paper plate. Situation might be a weird situation, but you know, but that's my weird situation. I'm literally in isolation without coronavirus and without wait, to top it all off, during a renovation and during big renovations and with no main floor, no laundry, but we were just able to do laundry like just a few days ago. If y'all remember, if y'all were tuned in. If not, just in case it's gonna be in another video, check out the other video. The sticker is gonna be up right now. But yeah, with a fork that fell off your paper plate, and that's on the floor, and that's because you're eating supper in your room. So yeah, this is such a weird situation. So just to add to it, I am leaving my water bottles in my room, and then just to help the environment, and then and recycle them once this isolation is done. And my glasses probably look really dirty on camera. That's why I'm looking at the camera finder right now, and I'm like, this does not look clean. But the lens are dirty. But yeah, this is life right now. Got dirty glasses, collecting empty water bottles in my messy room, eating in my room, dirtying the floor with a fork that fell off my paper plate. During big renovations with contractors in my house, and I'm in isolation for something that I don't even have when I didn't even travel or anything like that. But or anything like that. I mean, I do have a family that was hit by it, so like, it's not weird if you're coming from there, but still, I'm in isolation because of coronavirus, and I don't have coronavirus.